Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Kansas City Chiefs coming back out onto the field here, and they were part of the game of the week for Week 6, right? I mean, no doubt, that game against New England, 43-40. Now, they lost, first loss of the season, but, boy, that was fun to watch on Sunday night.
It certainly was. It's maybe the game of the year thus far, and we were all anticipating it, and they delivered. Patrick Mahomes, a little bit of a struggle in the first half, but boy, did he explode in the second. 352 yards for the game, 4 touchdowns. Did throw the 2 picks in the first half, and he definitely went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady.
I sat him in my fantasy lineup.
Nice job.
I started Deshaun Watson thinking, you know, he's playing, mistake. A little bit of a mistake.
He shows up against anyone. 5 straight games over 300 yards, and the only one he didn't go over 300.
And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play action now. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah. Right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Hitch interceptions. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working from the gun, Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Sherrills. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. 20. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they can't bring him down. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Following the interception, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins being chased out left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw is Cousins. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
They'll run with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll run for it with Cook. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Hey, we're good. Yellow. It's in there. Yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Sheds off the tackle. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. They go play action here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. Room past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Cook following the penalty, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back near his goal line, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Mahomes will try again on second down. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 52 yards. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. Well, let's take a step back and look league-wide here, Charles. What contender do you think is in the most trouble through 6 weeks? I would not have thought Jacksonville a couple of weeks ago, but, boy, very flat performances against KC and Dallas.
Yeah, and we expect them to be a dominant team on the defensive side of the ball week in and week out, and Dallas just shredded them in their game on Sunday. But I don't think Jacksonville's in as much trouble as maybe Denver is. Denver's 2-4. 4 straight losses, and Kansas City setting a heck of a pace in the AFC West. Vance Joseph, the second-year coach in Denver, many thought he wouldn't return after last year. Got a second opportunity. This isn't helping him. And last but not least, if we're talking about this group of people, how about the Atlanta Falcons? They're also 2-4, but they got a much-needed win against Tampa Bay on Sunday. If we knew they could get their defensive players back, I'd like them a lot more. They've got a tough road ahead of them, but Matt Ryan, he can help equalize things out.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first and 10, Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. D. Ford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. On target over the middle of the hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
A give. This is Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
4 down.
Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They pitch it out to Cook. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Cousins now. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? And the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. About tag on. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a.
Real for real.